Hi guys and ladies, I'm crazy about Mexican food. I especially love anything in a mole sauce. But almost all the recipes I've ever seen for mole call for, well, dozens of ingredients in a day or two of work. So here's something I think we could whip up in just minutes. That's right, we're going to do these chicken enchiladas in mole sauce by using chicken in a can. I have two 9 3/4 ounce cans here, and they include both the white and the dark meat for extra flavor. Now before you say, oh no, not chicken in a can. Well, we use tuna in a can, and no one really complains much about that. What I'm going to do now is set the oven to 350 degrees to preheat it. Well, I've emptied those cans and I came up with about 2 cups of this chunky chicken. All I'm doing now is adding 1 teaspoon of better than bouillon. I've got turkey here, but I'm sure that chicken would work just the same. Here's the biggest cheating crime of all. I'm going to use jarred mole sauce. Well, it saves about a half a day of labor, and I think it tastes pretty good. Here, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of this mole stuff. I've got the mole paste on low heat, so a little at a time, I'm going to be adding the hot broth to it, and then I'll be whisking. I don't like the consistency. I don't think it's thick enough. So I'm going to add a 1/3 tablespoon of the mole paste. This is so typical of a very amateur cook like me. It was looking kind of thick, so I just now added another ½ cup of the broth. Now it looks a little bit too thin. Well, I'm just going to leave it on the heat and let it thicken up on its own. While the mole is thickening up, I'm going to heat up and further chop up this chicken. I'm doing this on medium heat. The canned chicken looks a little bit pinkish, and I'd like to see it darken up just a bit. I've shredded it up, and already it looks a lot better. I've turned down the heat on the shredded chicken, and for no good reason at all, I feel like adding 1 cup of cheddar cheese to the chicken. What I have here are 6 tortillas, and I'm going to start the production line now. These are low-carb tortillas. Corn is actually more authentic, but I'm stuck with these because I'm on this low-carb lifestyle. Each enchilada comes to 10 grams of carbohydrates if you're counting along with me, and they're pretty good. Okay, what I've got here is a greased up casserole dish. All I'm going to do is spoon out some of the filling into a tortilla, roll it up, and then put it in the dish. A very amateur cook. Well, I only had enough of the chicken filling for 5 enchiladas. The 6th tortilla I just filled up with cheese alone, which really isn't so bad either. I think we have the mole sauce just where we want it. How about if we now pour it over the enchiladas? It's going to thicken up a little more in the oven. Well, before putting any topping on these bad boys, I want to heat them thoroughly in the oven for, say 20 minutes. Sometimes when you order enchiladas with mole sauce, you will also see the white cream sauce on top. It's thinner than, say, sour cream, but it's thicker than heavy whipping cream. It's called Mexican Crema. I'm going to try to duplicate that now. So this is real easy. Let's just put in 4 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. Now let's just add 4 tablespoons of sour cream. It's been 20 minutes, so now I'm going to take the enchiladas out of the oven. I'm not real pleased with this. The sauce kind of like dried up on the surface. I guess normally I put the cheese on right away and then put it in the oven, but I wanted to do a little better and came out a little drier. But what I'll do now is sprinkle this cheese on top. Now they're going back in the oven just for 5 minutes so the cheese can melt just a bit. Time's up. Let's get them out of there. Not bad. So maybe I should have put the cheese on from the get-go because it really does keep the sauce moistened. I'm going to plate these up and put on some of this imitation Mexican crema. Me parece muy auténtico. I think it looks pretty authentic. Well, I just ate a little of this, but I didn't want to speak with a mouthful. I just have to say, these are really delicious, really good. I can taste the mole, and the chicken is made creamier by the addition of the cheese. So I think this worked out real well. Maybe it could have been a little wetter, a little more mole. So what I'll do is put in the notes the recipe that I think we should have made. In the meantime, I just want to thank everyone for watching. Appreciate it. Oh no, chicken in a can. Say, oh my God, chicken in a can. You go, oh no, chicken in a can. Say, oh no, not chicken in a can.